Rocky Juárez, Juan Manuel Márquez.
Up against age, Juarez 7 years younger than Marquez. The height and reach nearly identical. And at yesterday's weigh-in,
An attitude. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Jose Suleiman. Supervisor instructions.
Juan and Rocky, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know, I expect a clean fight from both of you.
These two boxers, and they're both pretty classy in the way they approach this fight.
it's been very respectful throughout. Said he's going for the spectacular knockout. Well, we already saw one tonight. Will we see him?
They almost can't avoid each other really in there. And Juarez being more aggressive early in this fight than
Their careers, both excellent counterpunchers. If you miss, Marquez can be quite punishing. And Rocky, he'll hit him anywhere. Here's a stiff jab by Marquez, the champion in the green with the red and white trim. Perhaps the product of a change in style to be more fan-friendly, or reflexes having no impact on Marquez. Marquez with the jab to the body. Marquez very diversified. Great uppercut.
you know, both men have been more offensive-minded here in round one than I think we would have been. That scar on the forehead of Marquez. Jabs could open up that scar into a...
And he's trying to brush it out of his eye.
And that had to come from a punch. They have not been close enough to clash.
So Juarez, and now Marquez using it as target practice. Back comes Juarez with a right hand that was blocked by...
To make him even much more aggressive. There's the right again by Marquez. That is probably what opened up the cut.
The irony with all the... Juarez continues to come forward. The bell to end round one, and they'll immediately attend to headbutt. If a fight is stopped by an accidental headbutt before the end of the fourth round, it's ruled a no. Scheduled for 12 for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. Longtime cutman Ray Ontiveros.
Fight if it stopped within the first 4 rounds, but now he's getting whacked around by Juan Manuel Márquez, and part of that...
Even as he backpedals, he's scoring Marquez with that great jab, that shotgun.
Fourth round, so that you can get a technical decision, so that you won't have a loss, unless he can find a way to knock out Juan Manuel Márquez during these early rounds. But that cut is creating enough problems.
Marquez, 2 of his 3 losses by decision, 1 by DQ in his pro debut. The draw, of course, with Manny. Marquez, a rhythm fighter. Juarez said,
throw a lot of punches, not single shots, and so far he's not been able to put his combinations together as much as he would like.
Being distracted some more by the cut as it comes streaking down the left side of his face. Now he goes to the body with the left hook, does Marquez. Bobby Ferreira cautions Marquez with the right. He tagged him with the left, the combination. Didn't score. Round
the texture of this fight.
It looks like a pretty deep gash, and it's in a bad spot, Al, right over the left eye. His longtime trainer.
More punches together in this fight. Not just throw single shots. And of course, that was their game plan. Marquez. He threw it from too far out. That's a punch he's really going to be looking.
He's, I believe, Marquez not so quick to respond as well off combinations, right?
No, that's...
So let's see if Juarez opens up more and throws in volume. Long right hand deflected.
Who had worked for 8 years in the Marquez camp and had been under Nacho Beristain, the trainer of Marquez's. Right now, their big issue is that cut.
A cut that opened up right off.
Because like his brother Rafael, he is a phenomenal body puncher.
And a good right hand by Marquez didn't get Rocky.
In this division, everybody judges themselves do it in 2 fights. And that's really a mission statement for him this evening. Of course, Marquez with a win over Barrera.
And that eye continues to worsen. On the left hook attempt by Marquez. Ringside physician Dr. Joel Monsiváis closely examining the cut below a key round, because it is round 4. After the end of the 4th round, they go to the scorecard with the right, and then came back with the other hand and got him. Here's that deal just about the entire arsenal, as he usually does.
And, you know, we talked about combinations. It's really been Marquez. If there is a knock on Rocky Juárez and a recurring criticism, it is that he's just a little
early sense of urgency for Rocky Juárez. 27-3. All Juárez.
You know, his losses to Barrera, his second losses, even though Marquez isn't giving him lateral movement, it's the quick hands of Marquez that are giving traction.
Well, he rang the bell with a minute to go, an inadvertent bell, Al.
You hurt this guy when you throw combinations, all right? Not one shot. It's got to be combinations, okay? Work like you've been working in that.
Well, a little prematurely, we enter round fun. Result of an accidental headbutt is out of the question. They now go to the score.
They're going for Rocky Juárez. Didn't even get the full measure of round 4 to not just use that jab, but to follow up with something behind it. He's throwing the jab, but nothing is coming.
It was a 2-minute round. An eagle with the flat opens up once again.
And that is really, really dripping blood. Monstrous issue for Rocky Juárez. Now there's a 2-punch, 3-punch combination by Juárez. He needs a lot more. If he's going to turn this fight around, it will be with the left hook. So he needs to really crank that punch up and try it.
Salvador Rodriguez from the Ario Deportivo record.
Now I gave the first round to Juárez, so I have a 3-1. Marquez. You know, we can talk about the cut all we want, but Juan Manuel Márquez.
And he's taking his time. He's not rushing matters. He's not hurrying, doing what he has to do. He's to get worse for Rocky Juárez. You can see him blinking over and over now. Give him credit.
Chance.
And he just landed a left hook to the midsection, did Juárez. Marquez missing just before the bell. Ronnie Shields, the trainer of Rocky Juárez. That is one nasty cut. You gotta knock him out.
Past the 4-round limit, that became a moot point. And Rocky Juárez with yet another disheartening moments in his career it seems always are marred by something.
Named after Rocky Marciano. Number 12 for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. A cut over the left eye of Rocky Juárez. Beautiful. Triple combination with the left hand. By
Arsenal here tonight, as he always does.
Juan's brother Rafael back in Mexico watching this on
He's landing some very nice left hooks now. And he's actually fighting better, Steve. He's done better in the last 2 rounds. The problem...
Hooks by Marquez. Juárez now going to the body with a combination, but having little or no Marquez. Marquez now with the right hand to the body, a combination to the head, and he is scoring at will. You're going to get hammered. He is so punishing as a counterpuncher, Marquez. The blood coming down the left side of the face, going over to the nose, to the right side of Juárez's face. What movie? A bloody mess. Rocky speech.
And I'm going to tell you something. You can't do better in a corner than Ronnie Shields. Not just because he's
better than that left hook by Juan Manuel Márquez. He is a respected trainer, Ronnie Shields. He knows about it.
The problem, I think, is we saw that great left hook land a couple of rounds ago by Juárez. It didn't move Marquez.
12. Juárez missing. Marquez showing some terrific defense. Marquez still ahead along.
Just losing 1 round in this match, Marquez. So I don't have it a total shutout.
Marquez is getting to Juárez, and Juárez missing there.
Distance between himself and Marquez, and when he's in the inside, Juárez more interested in throwing combinations and hooks like that.
Risk of that scar opening up on the forehead of Marquez.
And right there by Juárez, and Rocky Juárez has had a better 7th round for himself. I don't know if he's winning it, but a lot of fights over a long period of time, but he takes care of himself and he knows how to box.
He is in peak. He is in left blocked by the right glove of Juárez. Now it's a tone of frustration by trainer Ronnie Shields. This fight, because he is way behind. And he's got that nasty cut to contend with as well.
Beristain tells him what to do. tells him about the style, and he executes. And so far, he's executing beautifully.
Mexican fighters from one-dimensional brawlers to tactical boxers with movement, and
because then he lets his hands go. He rips those shots, hooks to the body and the head. But on the Juarez just landed a very big left hook, and Marquez was not bothered. And let's remember, Rocky Juárez maybe doesn't have the power in this division.
And what a disadvantage as Rocky tries to rub the blood out of his left eyes. His blood also comes.
And that could change this fight. It really could. Even though it didn't immediately stop Juarez.
Rocky's been down. Can Marquez be the first man to stop Rocky Juárez?
He's landed some good shots. It's just not good enough against Juan Manuel Márquez. So far, anyway.
And you will counter body shot left hook by Marquez. Marquez looks like he's fighting angry right now.
Well, he's kind of in the fight.
Are we seeing a subtle change here? We'll soon find out as we enter that last round. And he seems to be showing it here at the beginning of the 9th round.
And I don't care what happens in this on the planet, and not giving up on himself, not losing his technique, and hanging in there. And he's done all of that.
Oftentimes,
Juarez.
Although Marquez, for the most part, controlling the action.
Gave the first round to Juarez and everything since then to Marquez.
And they've given Marquez every round.
Good body work.
Connects with the left hook to the body.
You know, Marquez talks about managing rounds, and the sum total is he wins.
And that uppercut is scoring more now by Marquez. It's finding an open. Juarez, what a battler. Marquez comes forward.
A little more offensive-minded. We've seen it certainly in this bout.
He had to, Al. He had to make himself more marketable, and it has shortened his career a little bit, but it certainly made him very popular in Mexico. There's blood to toe.
Juarez lands yet another hook, but it doesn't move Marquez.
Boy. Good two-way action here.
It's one-sided in the scoring, but it's a good boxing match.
Cuts, followed by a right by Marquez. Juarez trying to come back, missing with the left hook. Repelled